What up, y'all? I know y'all like, why, if you've been here and you've watched this segment before, you're like, why is this dude wearing this mask? Like, what is up with this mask thing with dude? Well, I want to tell you why. The CEO and founder in Flakedemic, we live in a pandemic of flakiness. Flakiness is everywhere, but let me tell you about this flake. So I had to have a hip surgery. I had to have a hip revision on the hip from a work injury. That workers' comp did the first surgery on my hip, and it didn't, I guess, take or something. Well, I just had to get a revision. In about 3 years after the first, I was in pain for like those 3 years, and I kept saying, anyway, you're like, why are you wearing the mask, bro? Just get to the story. Here's the story. Okay, so I had to get the hip revision. So in the middle of having this hip revision, somehow they knocked my tooth out in front here, and they knocked it out. And then when I asked about it, when I woke up, and everybody, no one can answer. No one told me, they can tell me what happened. I'm like, damn, it's messed up. It's in the front. So shit, I'm pissed. Anyway, so I'm wearing this mask because I just don't feel comfortable doing this right now with the mask. You know what I'm saying? And then the shitty part is, with the surgery I've had, I cannot get the tooth fixed for 3 months. So I'm stuck, with this, like this for another month. Oh, hey, actually, shoot, hey, we didn't count down. We had like 24 days, something like that. So once I get this fixed, hey, we're gonna be face to face. Okay. I want to say thank you for being here, and if you've been rocking with me for this thing here, welcome back to You Won't Believe This Injured Workers Edition. Welcome to episode number 6. Your doctor might be paid to say you're fine. Check this out. You go to the doctor expecting help. But what if I told you the same doctor is being paid by the insurance company to say that you're clear for work, even if you're still in pain? You heard it right. Even if you're still in pain. This is what we're talking about today. Welcome to episode number 6, y'all. And you're like, Dale, well, why should I know this? And here's why you should know about this. Workers' comp insurance companies pick and pay the doctors that you see after your work. These doctors are incentivized to downplay your condition, so claims close quick. I know some of you out there have been through this. Shit, I've been through this at some point. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about this, and the next thing I'm gonna tell you is how this you over. You're sent back to work before you heal, right? Denied treatments, physical therapy, and surgery, right? They deny you at all, every time they can, they're gonna deny. Your medical record says you're fine, but you're not though. You done told them, you're like, hey, something's wrong, I'm not right. But then they push you back to work. They get that bullshit in your paperwork and all that. And it's a shit show. It's a real shit show for injured employees out here because we really don't have any protection when it comes to stuff like that. Is these big companies with this money and that go through workers' comp, man, they got that shit down to a science where they gonna come at you and they gonna just fuck you over no matter what. And they do it so good that they're making money from it. Let's go to how to protect yourself from it. Always request a copy of your medical report. Ask if you're allowed to seek a second opinion under your state's laws. Those second opinions are major. Like I said, I went through my first injury, my only injury, you know what I'm saying? My work injury. I went through this and I knew something was wrong after the first like 3 weeks when I was doing physical therapy. Even the therapist was like, yeah, something's up. I kept saying it, and I went to the surgeon. I went to another surgeon. I went to all these surgeons under work comp. And do you know, all of them told me that nothing was wrong with me. But as time went on, I wasn't able to walk, man. I mean, towards the end of it, but right before my surgery, I couldn't walk. I could probably walk, I don't know, maybe about 100, 200, 300 steps a day. And then it just got crippling to me. So I had to sit my ass down. And like, that's what I had to go through when I told them on the first surgery, something's not right. Yeah. So then I went to try to get other opinions. And then workers' comp doctors told me, they said that, hey, ain't nothing wrong with you, man. I'm like, bro, I'm hurting. Anyway, it took me to get out of the work comp system and move a different state for a doctor to really listen to me. So I found this doctor in Vegas. And he looked at me, we talked, he ran the test, and boom, he immediately figured out that something was wrong with the implant. I'm like, well, damn. I mean, I could have told you that, but thank you for the doctor. Shout out Dr. Bradford over in Las Vegas. Shout out Dr. Bradford for listening to me, man. So he did a wonderful surgery. I'm actually recovering right now. I'm in PT right now, recovering from the hip revision. And this, you need to do this. If you know your body's all messed up and they're not listening to you, you must protect yourself out here, because they're not going to do anything to help you or your cause or whatever. It's on you. And some people, yes, they don't have the means to protect themselves, but you got to fight. You have to fight to the best of your ability. You might not have the funds. You might not have the communication style to do, but you have to do something to protect yourself and your family and your well-being and you and your damn future. This is about people's futures being ruined out here. These companies are hurting people, and then they're left to just live the rest of their life with an injury that they got to deal with for the rest of their life. And this company has no responsibility. None. We got to change that. This must change. Okay. How to protect yourself. Again, keep a journal. Keep a pain journal with daily note. It's evidence if you need an appeal. So you keep that little log, and then when it's time to appeal and you have like a little, some backdrop information backlog, you can use that at your appeal, and it's like a journal, man, that you can reference to for later on and things like that. So do that. Protect yourself out here, man. It's rough. It's really rough out here, and I'm praying for all you injured employees out there. I know it's rough out here, and there's no support system, and there's really no help. And when you're going through workers' comp, I know some people, they went through workers' comp and it was pretty smooth. But I know a lot of people that has been screwed over by workers' comp, and they're still suffering from it, even though workers' comp has been done with them for years, and they're still suffering. People are suffering out here. Long-term effect. It ain't cool. Now let's get to the shocking stat. From the Flake-demic. All right, the shocking stat I want to bring you today. Up to 70% of IMEs, which is independent medical exams, favor the insurance company over the worker. They favor the insurance company over the worker. Of course, get your ass back to work so we can save some money. This source comes from Workers Injury Law and Advocacy Group. 70% is a big ass number of independent medical exams that favor the company over the work. We must protect ourselves out here. The more we talk about it, the more we get our stories out here, the more we have a chance to change things. So I know it's hard. I know you're probably in pain. You're in pain. You've been in pain. And I know they've beat you down to the point where you gave up. But I'm here to fight for you. You don't have to do anything. I want you to be a part of this community and a part of what we got going on here, because we about to take this Flake-demic to another level. We're gonna take it to the moon, especially with the Flake-demic Cares. Flake-demic Cares is a nonprofit I put together to help injured employees out here that's in a time of financial need. I put this nonprofit together and in hopes to raise awareness about how bad it is for injured employees out here, to help with some financial hardships with some people. You need some help. That's what I want to do. I want to take this pain that I've endured and my story, and I want to take it and put it into a package for the world to be able to help people and educate people, and just from all the experience that I've had after my work injury, from my work injury, I want to be able to share some of this with you so you can protect yourself with it. Again, ladies and gentlemen and kids and dogs and parrots sitting on people's shoulders. And if you got a walrus in your living room, I don't know why you would have a walrus in your living room, but if you do, all of you guys, I want to thank you for being here for episode number 6. Thank you for being here. This is You Won't Believe This Injured Workers Edition, episode number 6. Your doctor might be paid to say you're fine. Don't be flaky out here.